So this brings me neatly to my next question, which is that, when you're looking at data and you're throwing data at people, can you really counter, what a sentiment in the country that we have today? Because people often don't want to get into the numbers. So, you may put data after data of what Muslims, how they're faring economically, the education indicators. From no stretch of imagination are they doing well in this country. In fact, you say that Congress has let them down. But there is a prevalent political discourse today that parties like the Congress, indulged in Muslim appeasement. There's the Shah Bano case that's often thrown at us. There are these, in UP Bihar when you travel, there is Lalu's always associated with the reign of Shahabuddin, that these guys gave cover to gangsters who were Muslims. Doesn't matter if they were Hindu gangsters also, but, or in Gujarat, I think it's amazing, this Abdul Latif, the movie Rais was made after him, and you talk to young kids there who haven't seen any government but BJP, and they'll say, our parents tell us of that time, how terrible it was, how scared we were. And there is a sentiment, and there is some truth to it. We can't say that appeasement politics never existed. So I want to get from you guys, just your thoughts on data countering this sentiment that exists, which is based on some truth. There's some truth to it.
I mean, we say in the chapter that, on a kernel of facts, they've built a mountain of grievance. And the fact that political parties were trying to, sort of cultivate votes by making false promises to the Muslim community. Essentially, what ended up happening was a very slim slice of the Muslim population, which is like this kind of elite, the political elite on top may have benefited. But as the data we have cited shows, that Muslims have the lowest levels of education, the lowest levels of income, the poorest social mobility, lower than even scheduled caste and scheduled tribes, the least representation in parliament, in assemblies, in the police force, in salaried jobs. We can go on and on. And if there was actually appeasement in the way that it's claimed, then it wouldn't have produced these results, right? Like if you favored a community, then the community's social and economic indicators should show that they are doing well, but they aren't doing well. But to your larger point, it is true that for many people, the truth is not factual, it's emotional, right? That no matter how much data you bring to the table, how many cases you debunk, whatever evidence you cite, they're going to stick to their line. But
facts are not facts.
Yeah, facts are not facts.
We're in the home of where that phrase was coined.
Yeah, we're in the home of.
So that is true. There are people like that, and I would say they are the hyper-partisan people. They are people who are sort of ideologically indoctrinated. But then I think we shouldn't think that everybody is like that. Like there are a lot of people who are going along with this because they don't know better. That they're just hearing this being said over and over again. They're seeing this on TV. They're seeing their top leaders say that. They're seeing in their Gali Mohalla, RWA WhatsApp group, people circulating these forwards. And they've kind of said, okay, kuch to hoga, there must be something to it. So to that middle ground, I think there is a lot of value in putting the facts in front of them, because otherwise we should just then, sit in our homes and withdraw from the world and stop saying anything, because we are then completely, it's a bit like accepting that we are now a society that is polarized beyond redemption. And I personally don't want to believe that.